The Engrossment Rules, Resolution, and Credentials Committee is called to order. Today is Wednesday, December 11th, 2019. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Alderwoman Howard. Alderman Ornowitz.
Present.
Alderwoman Green.
Present.
Alderman Todd.
Present.
Chairman Tyus.
Present.
Alderwoman Howard. 4 present, you have a quorum.
A quorum being in order, we will begin with excusing the alderman. I'm gonna wait to see what's going on with Alderwoman Howard because I didn't hear from her, so I don't know if she's coming.
She's still out of town, I asked.
Okay, will you excuse Alderwoman Howard? And we don't have any minutes to approve. We do have 14 board bills here, so we're gonna try to roll as fast as we can. I'm gonna kind of set the limit at a couple of hours. I hope we get everything done, but I'm gonna talk with the clerk. I don't think we should have 14 bills put in. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we're gonna have to look at a different way to do this, because we're not gonna keep, try to meet 2 or 3 times a week. So we will get started with the first board bill. Oh my goodness. It's very,
Wow.
it is hard to concentrate. I
I
think we
tried
have
to sneak in.
we
I
have a
apologize.
dress code here.
Santa just threw up.
Our former clerk/legal counselor just came in, and he is dressed for the occasion. That's what I'm gonna say.
I'll take that.
Okay, so we are going to start with, it says board bill, I start with
This is
133.
I have 131.
I don't have 130.
It's in back of your.
Oh,
right
it's
there.
here, okay. Okay, so first board bill is 131, it's sponsored by Alderman Guenther. It's an ordinance by the Planning Commission to change the zoning property as indicated in the district map from K to unrestricted district to the J industrial district. It's at 423 Lynch Street, and it contains an emergency clause.
This looks pretty straightforward.
Yep. It's got a map on the back. Does it speak to Exhibit A? Because the only thing I would ask is if it speaks to Exhibit A. It has an Exhibit A, but I don't see where it says. Oh, yeah, here it is. Exhibit A on page 1 of 2. We need that bolded, please. Madam Clerk, so you'll know. We always do exhibits bolded, so I know you're
Okay.
gonna do this, so if you
Okay.
wanna mark yours.
Yeah.
Page 1 of 2,
Yep. Got it.
line 8.
Line 8. Thank you.
Okay, this is pretty straightforward, it has a map on the back, it, doesn't seem to contain any errors that I can see, and if, the committee has had time to look at Board Bill 131, I'd entertain a motion to pass 131 out, the do pass recommendation for engrossment.
I make a motion to pass board bill 131 out with the due pass recommendation.
Second.
Previous roll.
Can't have previous
No.
roll,
Oh, that's
because we
right,
can't
you
do
did it
previous
earlier.
roll on roll call. Well, then we're gonna learn that, okay? But
I like
we like that, from now on, we'll be
Yes.
doing that. Okay, Madam Clerk, if you call the roll.
Alderwoman Howard. Alderman Ornowitz.
Aye.
Alderwoman Green.
Aye.
Alderman Todd.
Aye.
Chairman Tyus.
Chairwoman Tyus.
Chairwoman Tyus. Sorry. Chairwoman Tyus.
Aye.
You know I know better.
See, yeah,
4
even-
yes
even
votes.
women make that mistake sometimes. See, women make that mistake sometimes too.
So rarely
I
that,
did some self-criticism when I said it, but.
so rarely.
I know, but.
It's just an accidental once in a while, that's all, so we can
Yeah.
make you feel better, okay?
Just think, the people who grew up in that abusive environment, how much struggle we got to go through.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
with by your vote, you've passed Board Bill 131 out with a do pass recommendation.
Okay.
Okay, the next board bill is 133, introduced by Alderman Narayan. It's an ordinance by the Planning Commission to change the zoning of property on the district map from A single-family dwelling to C multiple-family dwelling. And it contains an emergency clause also.
We just need Exhibit A bolded again.
And what page is that on this time?
It is on page 1 of 3.
3.
Okay, what line? So she can write it down.
9.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So when we do these, it's with the changes, and that's just a
Okay. Okay.
typing change.
All right.
Looks good.
Okay, it has a map, this is good. Okay, we've had time to go over Board Bill 133, the committee's gone over Board Bill 133. I'd entertain a motion to pass Board Bill 133 out with a due pass recommendation for
Make a
engrossment.
motion to pass out Board Bill 133 with a due pass recommendation.
Second.
Previous roll.
Everybody's gonna participate, so Jesse gets to do previous roll.
Previous roll.
All right, so you can get used
Thanks,
to that.
Vegas, cause I had forgot how to say previous roll. The weather locked my mind
We
this
we
morning.
have a motion to pass out Board Bill 133. We have a second. There's been a call for previous roll. Any objection? Hearing none, Board Bill 133 is passed out with a due pass recommendation. Okay. The next one is Board Bill 140. It's introduced by Alderwoman Ingrassia, Alderman Coder, Alderwoman Pam Boyd, Alderwoman Howard Green, Alderman Todd, Alderman Arnowitz. And it's codifying a section of 10.04.285E of the revised city code, regulating the conditions of how animals are kept outdoors, regarding the establishment and use of a dog park, allowing for waivers of certain requirements, and enacting in lieu thereof a new section, and pertaining to definitions, enacting a new code, and prohibiting the declawing of cats, except for in certain instances. I got a lot of correspondence about this legislation. So we'll take a few minutes to go over it. So whenever this is, you always gotta check, just for your, information, whenever an ordinance says it's amending an ordinance, Alderman Todd, we have to, have that ordinance attached, so we're amending ordinance 67799, so that has to be attached, which I think it is in here.
Yes.
Right. We're also amending ordinance 66595, that's also attached. We're also, and let's see, I think was the third one that we're amending. Ordinance 70889 is also attached, I think. Committee had time to go over, you need a little bit more time? Give it a few more minutes. You okay? Okay, I'd entertain a motion, to pass our Board Bill 140, floor substitute with a due pass recommendation for engrossment.
I make a motion to pass out board bill number 140, floor substitute for engrossment.
Second.
Previous roll.
There's been a motion, a second, a call for previous roll. Any objection? Hearing none, board bill 140, floor substitutes passed out with a due pass recommendation for engrossment. Okay, the next board bill is, board bill 146, introduced by Alderwoman Heather Navarro. And it is to amend the 2018 International Energy Conservation Code. And it has a severability clause, a saving clause, and an effective date. It is also has a fiscal note applied to it, or attached to it rather. So it is, let me see, it's 70799. I'll be missing. We don't have 70799, I do, nope, we don't. We need Exhibit A bolded. I don't see any of these attachments that they're talking about. Okay, on page 1 of 2. First, we don't have ordinance 70799.
70799.
Mm-hmm. And then we're supposed to have an Exhibit A, which is not attached. Now, I think the assistant clerk might have said that there was something, a large part, Exhibit A was kinda large, and she was supposed to at least give me one. So, we're gonna put this to the side
Okay.
and keep moving.
Okay.
And if you could just step and ask her about this, then we'll move on, that way we won't hold up, because we got
Okay.
too much to go here. Right, those two things I have underlined.
Alright.
Oh, we can't do this one either, because that one's 150, we have to put, we're waiting for an answer from the assessor.
Oh,
Just put those aside for
Right.
now. So 151,
Yep, but I'm not gonna officially do it until she comes back, so she can mark her, but we can start looking at it. Okay, ordinance is missing. Oh, no, they don't need it, this was just telling what happened, okay. Apply for ordinance, proof that.
said, no, she doesn't have anything, so I guess you have to hold it.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we're moving on to 151. We couldn't do that one because, I'm sorry, 150, because we're waiting for an answer for the assessors department regarding this, which we held last week. So we're moving on to Board Bill 151, committee substitute, which is introduced by Alderman Moore. And it's amending and restating a lease between the City of St. Louis and EPV2 Dignity House LLC. It's pertaining to property commonly known as Homer G. Phillips Dignity House. Mr. Sweeney, did you happen to do this board bill by any chance?
I did not. I
Okay.
represent the other side of it, but I'm involved.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out why they said exhibit B and C and then they put it someplace else in the bill, so just trying to, why they left it blank. When we get to page, I don't know what this is, 3, it says exhibit A, C attached, exhibit B, C attached, and then it, I guess cause they didn't wanna put it twice, so maybe they just said it was in here once.
I see there's a typo also in the actual agenda where it
Okay.
repeated ordinance 64913 twice. I don't know if that's an actual bill or not, but if it was just a typo.
Yeah, I saw that, amended by ordinance 64913, 64913,
Yeah.
and 6841, exactly.
Yeah.
I have marked that one.
Okay.
Okay, I meant one of them. Okay, it's on page 1 of 1.
1 of 1.
They put ordinance
Is it
64913.
on the bill that way too? Is it in
Yes.
correct mode?
Yes, it has 64913 twice,
Okay.
Twice, okay.
right. We need to exhibit, A bold, page 1 of
Okay.
2, line 13.
1, 2, 13. Okay.
Okay, so exhibit A is amended and restated, please. Okay. So, Mr. Sweeney, if you could answer a question, is the only thing that's amended is pertaining to exhibit A, and that is why we don't have anything for exhibit B and C, do you know that?
I do, I believe so.
Okay, and then they did something with exhibit D, the certification, so,
Okay. And that's all been submitted. I mean, they're.
right. I'm just saying, it's nothing in here, so I'm just taking it that it's, it wasn't, changed in there.
Correct. That's
Okay.
exactly right.
And I don't, you didn't do it, but just for further, I would love to see something say it wasn't changed, anything.
Document wise.
Right, instead of just a blank form in
Absolutely,
there,
understood.
cause otherwise we would,
Or-
if
or
you weren't
even-
here, right, I would be holding it.
Or
Okay.
even intentionally left blank.
Right,
something
exactly,
like that. Understood.
exactly,
We'll do
okay,
that.
all right, thank you. Not amended. Left, blank. Okay, so B and C, same with C. Okay. So, we're not gonna hold it, but we are gonna ask from now on that people say something like intentionally left blank, or something like that, so that we don't think that they've left anything out. But since Mr. Sweeney was here to answer the question, We won't hold it, and if people are finished looking at it, with the corrections on page 1 of 2, which is to take out ordinance 64913 and to bold exhibit A on line 13, I would entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill 151 committee substitute with a due pass recommendation for engrossment.
Make a motion to pass out Board Bill 151 committee substitute with a due pass recommendation.
Second.
Previous roll, I call for previous roll.
Okay, all right, we have a motion, we have a second, and we have a call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none, Board Bill 151 committee substitutes passed out with a due pass recommendation for engrossment, and thank you, Mr. Sweet.
Thank you, I'll be back, I have other ones, but I've got another thing.
You'll be back in your
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger voice?
Oh,
Okay, now we're going to Board Bill 152, introduced by Alderwoman Ingrassia, Alderman Guenther, Alderman Coder, and Alderman Cohen. And it's prohibiting medical and mental health care providers for providing conversion therapy, also known as reparative therapy, ex-gay therapy, or sexual orientation and gender identity change efforts to a minor, regardless of whether the provider receives compensation in exchange for such service, and providing penalties for the violation of such prohibition, and authorizing the Director of Health Department to receive, investigate, and refer to the city 6BB counselor for prosecution. I don't know what 6BB, I don't know if that's a mistake, to city councilor for prosecution and municipal court complaints of alleged violation of the provision of this ordinance and containing an emergency clause. Okay. Oh, when your name begins with a T, you're always last. You know that
Yes,
name,
that's
don't you?
right, that's right.
We spent enough time debating this Friday, so. Nobody should have any questions, anybody have time, everybody had time to go over it? Then I'll entertain a motion for Board Bill 152 floor substitute to be passed out of committee with the due pass recommendation for engrossment.
I make a motion to pass out Board Bill number 152 floor substitute with a due pass recommendation.
Second.
I call for previous roll.
Board Bill 152 has a motion and a second, and we have a call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none, Board Bill 152 floor substitute is passed out for engrossment. Okay, moving right along. Board Bill 155 is introduced by Alderman Guenther. An ordinance recommended by the Board of E&A authorizing the City of St. Louis to issue the taxable industrial development bonds in one or more series in a total amount of not to exceed 110, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, $100 million? Is that right? That gotta be wrong. 110, 110, 110, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, $100 million? Is that right? Let me see if the bill
Yeah,
is.
the impact,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
For the purpose of providing funds to pay the cost of acquiring, constructing, improving, and equipping in an industrial development project in the city, approving a plan for such projects, authorizing and directing the mayor and the comptroller to execute certain documents related thereto, and authorizing and directing the taking of other actions that improved and execution of other documents as necessary or desirable to carry out and comply with the intent thereof. So this is the Anheuser-Busch deal. And it's a 5 years, 50% real property tax abatement, 5 years, 75% personal property tax abatement, sales and use tax exemption on the purchase of construction material used on real property. I don't think that, the $100 million, figure is that will incentivize the
Them
company
to
to spend that.
to
That is
spend it,
not
not
the
us.
city of St. Louis.
Yes.
Let's make that very clear. It is not us giving them $100 million tip or any kind of tax abatement or anything. It is what we expect for them to spend for us to give them some incentives. okay. Let's see, someplace in here, the exhibit A needs to be bolded, I'm sure. No, it's bolded, okay.
Yes, it is.
I wanna say that the alderman, I think, Alderman Guenther got them to come down. He didn't go with the original amounts that people wanted, so people were giving him a hard time, but he really did make them come down substantially in the amount of subsidies that they wanted. It has a fiscal note, that's great. Some of the fiscal note is not filled out, of course. Who prepared this fiscal note? Dale, who's that? Okay, so section B. The whole
The
section
fiscal
B
note.
is not completed.
Okay.
What's the point of a fiscal note if you don't complete it? We're gonna try not to hold it.
Okay.
Can you have somebody call Dale Rousset?
Okay.
And could you step out for a minute, have them call them and tell them we need answers about Board Bill, 155, we're gonna put it to the back of the stack.
Okay.
But please don't send us any more fiscal notes that are not complete.
Okay.
Thank you.
Satisfied.
Yep. Next one, we'll kind of look at
It doesn't have a summary page on it.
157, 58, and 59, I think they put it together.
Okay, here we go.
Where's it at on 159?
Yeah, so they put the summary sheet on 59 instead of 57.
Oh, okay.
I have mine on two. I have mine on 157 and 159 and not 158, so interesting.
Cutting out the middle part.
Is that what they're doing? Okay, let's see here.
Jesus, at least I got on two of them.
See. It's 59. Property has been underutilized for years. That's the Post-Dispatch problem. Hello,
Alderwoman,
how are you today?
pretty good.
Are you coming to be our, who did we just ask for? We didn't come to be, who, Dale? Who did?
Dale.
Are you coming to be Dale to answer questions?
No, but I can, what issue are we having now?
Okay, she just went to, wait. So our clerk went to ask questions because we have Board Bill 155 was before us, the Anheuser-Busch project.
Okay.
Did you work with?
I did not produce that bill.
Okay, well, then you don't have to deal with
Any
it.
other tax abatement bill I touched.
Okay. Did you get him?
No, Tina's gonna keep trying, they haven't gotten them yet.
Okay.
And I
Okay, he
told
didn't fill
her-
out the fiscal portion of it, so what's the point of having a fiscal?
No, I agree,
Right.
yes.
Okay. Did you do 157, 158, and 59, the TIFs for
No,
Tamika
that's,
Hubbard?
our friend, I believe David Richardson.
Okay, you're not with that one either. Okay, great. Right, okay, so we put that to the bottom, and we're going to Board Bill 158, which is introduced by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard, an ordinance recommended by the Board of V&A, authorizing and directing the issuance and delivery of not to exceed $11,850,000 plus insurance cost principals amount of tax increment financing for 900 North Tucker redevelopment, also known as the Post-Dispatch Building. And this is the City of St. Louis who prescribing the form and details of such TIF notes and covenants made by the city and the prospective developer.
Excuse me, are you on 157 or 158?
Oh, I'm sorry, 157, yeah, it's 157, 158, and 159, it is, well, thank you very much. Okay, they're all kind of together, but we're doing 157 first. So page 810 of 52 has Exhibit A bolded. I saw a TIF map while I was over meeting for the shopping center Friday. The map is embarrassing for the city of St. Louis. TIF was supposed to be able to jumpstart places that couldn't get development. There is no TIF in the places that couldn't get development, just about. All of the TIFs is right in the central quarter in downtown. Exhibit B is bolded. Exhibit C is bolded. D. If anybody sees from E on, please let me know, because I'm, E is Equal Opportunity and Non-Discrimination Guide. No, that's a form of certification of substantial complete. C, D. D, here's B.
Did you find E?
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Where is it? What page?
So A-45 of 52.
Oh, it's actually but I'm saying it's, yeah, I found the exhibits. What I didn't find was it referred to any place
Oh, in
in the bill itself. That's what I'm saying. So I found A, B, C, D.
Okay, keep trying.
So I don't find E, F, G, H, or I. Maybe they shouldn't be. Form of certificate of maybe it's just forms. Let's see. maybe E doesn't have to be anything. But they got C mentioned here in the bill. Okay, here's E. It's on A7, is E.
A7,
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at another Josie.
Let's see. Still don't see F. So I'm gonna suggest that when they list these things, they just tell us where it is, equal opportunity, it said to provide current language, so they don't have anything F. That's the equal opportunity and non-discrimination guidelines. What the heck does this mean, you are to provide current language? Why isn't it here? Okay. That's not good enough. So G will be this. G and H, everything should be someplace in. I doesn't, it's supposed to be in here, but G and H should, with regards to minority utilization and tell them, could they please keep it down to a roar. That coffee smells so good, I wish I drank coffee. Does anybody see anything in here about minority participation, assignment of sale, remedies, conflict of interest, choice of law, non-discrimination? Here's, okay, A 3352, ordinance which it says 722 MBE compliance, it said it will comply. I have been taught in law school that when you have exhibits, if you don't incorporate them some kind of way by listing them or saying that they're not part of the agreement.
Yeah.
So I see nothing about some of this stuff. Make us gonna be irritated, but we need to go to the bottom of the pack. I'm not going to be doing this stuff if they can't get the stuff done, okay? Let me see if 58 is any better. 57 is at the going to the bottom. Okay, we held over 157 to contact Dale, who's that? And we're going to 158. And at the back of mine, they actually have, if you look at the back, it has
Yeah.
the fiscal note in the, it wasn't on the top, but it is included. And 158 is an ordinance that's recommended by the Board of V&A, introduced by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard, and directed the issuance of, and not to exceed, this is the $11,850,000 in tax increment financing for the Post Dispatch building. And this is companion bill to 157. And the purpose of this bill is to authorize and improve tax increment financing for the 900 North Tucker redevelopment project also known as the Post Dispatch Building. We're not gonna have any schools left in the city. Did we print this out?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, this is not the paper, this is not the paper we use. Okay. Who did this, do you know?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh, it was, 900 North Country,
Mhm.
probably Hush.
I mean, they use some very nice paper, okay? This is like a waste of money, but I guess if you make it, you can spend it like that. I hate to even mark it up, but I am. Okay, so we got exhibit A. Got exhibit B. I'm gonna take you to a specialist, maybe. You cannot get rid of that.
No, this cough just doesn't go away.
I'm gonna take you to okay, exhibit A, exhibit B.
It'll get better for a couple months and then it just comes right back again.
My mother does that. I've been threatening to take her up to Minnesota.
My kids, two of my daughters do it with allergies.
Maybe that's it.
And I didn't know allergies were serious until, at first I thought they were just seeking attention. I said, you cried enough, now you want to call for me too.
Such a sexist response. Oh,
I
did
know
I
that.
say that out loud?
Yeah, you should. I was being sexist. I told you I'm recovering.
Oh my God, such a
So if
sexist.
I relapse, correct me. That's
Your
good.
poor daughters.
I know.
Okay, so exhibit C is forms of letters of representation. He said they didn't prepare the bills, okay?
Yeah, he said somebody else prepared it.
For Anheuser-Busch, yeah, it was outside counsel. I just,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, then Alderman,
Thanks, Tracy.
thank you, Alderman Guenther will, I'll call him, cause we might have to take a little break, see what he can be. We're gonna have to have something to start saying who prepared these bills, okay? B, where is C does anybody see C in this bill? I know we have an exhibit C, is it referred to any place? Maybe it isn't. It's hard to work on something that you don't believe in. I think my eyes start to just glaze over.
I only see A and B.
Let me see something.
They refer any place at all. Is it even referred to? Is it a list or anything?
I don't see it.
She's gonna really think that we're messing with her bills. But, okay, here's a Schedule A, Exhibit B. They get paid enough money to do this right. Creation of funds.
I don't see it. You see it?
Yep.
I know we don't see it, I know Jesse doesn't see it.
Tell him to speak for himself,
No,
Jesse.
he's speaking for me. Now, I like honest people. I don't care whether it's good honesty or bad honesty. I should, you know, don't you? I'm
Okay.
glad he said it. Everybody do, including the clerk here, do
Okay.
too. So you did too, Sherry, but you be kind.
I'm not known for that, but okay.
All right, yes, you are. You
Go-
kind hearted
it
person.
goes to the
Under that
bottom
heart,
here. We're gonna
under
have to
that
make
heart
phone
is a kind
calls.
human being.
Okay, we're moving on to 159.
Are you growling now, Larry?
No, I'm thinking, is this one gonna be right?
Got a man over here. Got a man over here growling. If that sex is a share, if you growl, if a man growls.
She's over two, I don't wanna see her go over. Hey, there's some kind of that.
Got a man over here growling. this
Okay,
morning.
we're moving on to Board Bill 159, an ordinance designing a certain portion of the city of St. Louis, a redevelopment area known as the 900 North Tucker Boulevard redevelopment, and pursuant to the Real Property Tax Increment Allocation Redevelopment Act, adopting and approving a development plan, adopting a tax increment finance within the redevelopment plan, establishing 900 North Tucker Special Allocation Funds. Okay, and again, that's sponsored by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard. It's a fiscal notice by SLBC. But why does he say put his name on it if he didn't do it? Didn't she just tell me he said he didn't do it?
That was for AB.
For the-
Oh, for the AB, but for this one he did, okay.
Yeah.
So he can, I still need to see him then. Okay. Okay, so I see Exhibit A, but is it referred to? Okay, so here's Exhibit A, that's good. This one might make its way through.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it does no good without the other two. These pictures are really funny. This is
I
how they're
was-
showing the blighting.
yes, I
Oh, it
was-
has
I was
some
laughing
missing
at this.
time.
Yeah, oh, the pictures.
Oh, yeah, that's really blighted.
You been in the Post Dispatch offices right before they closed?
I've been in there
I
many
mean, they were
times.
nice.
I know.
They were
That's why I'm
very
laughing.
nice.
They had to really look and stretch. Oh, there's some water damaged tiles.
In the basement.
No, oh my
Here,
God.
why would you even take this?
Because they're making their case. This is a stretch.
Put the sun back in there, remember the sun?
What about the Globe Democrat?
Yeah, yeah, I like the globe.
And we used to have the North and South Germans.
Yeah,
Well, this one looks like it has everything we need.
Yep.
Larry, you spoke it into existence.
I said one after. Now meatloaf has been a song too out of
Okay, I'd entertain a board bill to pass out board bill, what is this, 159?
159.
Which is sponsored by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard, out with a due pass recommendation.
Make a motion to pass out Board Bill 159 with a due pass recommendation.
Second.
Please roll.
Motion to pass out board bill
Right on,
159
Right
with a
on,
due
Mark.
pass recommendation for engrossment. We have a second, we have a call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none. Board bill 159 makes the cut and is passed out with a due recommendation. Okay, the next one is another person. Alderman Roddy for board bill 160.
Oh, this better be
And
right.
an amendment approved, an ordinance amending number 70599, approving and authorizing the execution of a redevelopment agreement between the city of St. Louis, Missouri and Vertical Realty Advisors, authorizing other related actions in connection with such agreement and containing a severability clause. Okay. This is also pertaining to a TIF, but it's one that was passed back some time ago.
Yes.
See if we have ordinance 70599.
Oh, man, those are good start. We got physical notes.
Okay, but we don't have ordinance 70599.
Can I be excused for about 10 minutes?
Yes, sir. Do you mind if we use previous roll?
Absolutely not.
All right, but on this one you could. But okay, you're nice. All righty. Okay, the only thing we're missing is the ordinance, which we will have to.
70599.
Yes,
Okay.
okay, but other than that, I think it has everything we need. Time to go over it. I entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill 160, sponsored by Alderman Roddy, as with a due pass recommendation, as long as we attach ordinance 70599.
I make a motion to pass out Board Bill 160 with a due pass recommendation.
Previous roll.
First of all, you gotta play his role too.
Okay. what-
Second.
Second,
And,
previous roll. Thank
okay,
you.
we have a motion for Board Bill 160, pass out with a due pass recommendation for engrossment. We have a call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none, passed out. Due pass recommendation. When he's gone, you get to play two parts, okay?
Okay then, thank you very much. I'm always learning.
You get to learn more about
Right,
this,
well,
okay?
Thank you so much.
Board Bill 168, introduced by Alderwoman Navarro and Clark-Hubbard, Alderwomen, Also redevelopment area known as the Forest Park Transit Oriented Development Area is also a TIF. And establishing a Forest Park Transit Oriented Development Special Allocation Fund. Did you tell Dale we still need him for something else? I
Which
think,
one?
for Tamika's for the post. Did you say that was not, that didn't?
That came from Hutch, so.
Why did he put his name on his?
Yeah, that's the problem, yeah.
So when you do this, we think it's you, okay?
Right, I understand.
Right, so that's hush.
So that's me as well. Are there issues with those?
Mm-hmm. Not this particular, we have 2 of the 3 it is.
Okay.
Right. Is that you?
Yes, I work with.
Okay,
I didn't-
we'll come back.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, cause you were gone.
Yeah, understood.
Okay, so from now on, can you put whoever's doing it instead of, cause we thought it was Dale, so we were holding it to come, for him to come.
Sure.
So will you guys put your name on it so we know who to reach out to?
Where does the name go? On the fiscal note?
Yes.
Verify?
Right. Board Bill 168, okay, we're gonna go through that. So good, we got somebody here who can answer a couple other questions. We can go back to those after this.
Alderman, I just gave Zach the scorecard for the AB thing, which I understand you wanted. We found we could get a copy over here for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Alderwoman.
Alderwoman.
Thank you.
I thought he was talking to me. Since
I
he
know.
said all the bad. I didn't see the bad, the bad here. So you see, Sharon will catch it all.
I hear you,
See,
okay,
all right,
but you
so-
can't have my chairmanship. I've
I
had to come
didn't-
back and build back up to this.
No, I didn't. I wasn't trying to be
I
chairman. I,
know.
just picked up the bad part.
I
so-
know that, you tried to cover for it,
No, I didn't. I'm number 28, so I know I couldn't be chairing anything.
but you covered for him, said you must be talking to me.
Right, exactly. I can't do anything right with my recovery. I was
Okay,
just
no,
putting it-
you're working on it, that's good, and you men stick together, so I like to see that.
No, I don't stick with all men on this issue. I try to be fair, but you know, all the time I don't get it.
Again with this good paper, wow.
Kind of fancy.
I know, it bothers me.
They gave you the nice ones.
Oh.
My paper is
Not
not that.
like that.
I only
I'm
had
like-
one set of nice paper, so this one is nice.
It
but the
bothers
rest
me,
of it-
because I really, you know, I grew up in a working class family, you don't waste money like this. Maybe I'll let you sign your name to some of these, Megan. You know, my name on all these tips, boy, that doesn't
I
sit.
don't wanna do that.
You're my vice chair. If I'm not here, you have to do it.
Well, good thing you're here.
I maybe won't be here Friday. Another made-up deterioration. Oh, look at that. They took out the toilet and look at page A2742. That's the blight. They took the toilet out. I remember when this thing was built. Look at A31 of 42, the overgrown vegetation.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
This is overgrown vegetation.
Look at, suppose it was in North St. Louis, some parts of South St. Louis. How
Be
about?
6 feet tall.
Be 6 feet
That's
tall,
over.
because there's
So
stuff
we
in-
know the difference in
there's-
overgrown
I
vegetation.
have driven through some parts of South St. Louis, there's overgrown vegetation, vacant buildings that really.
Deterioration of site improvement.
And the parking lot, the cracks in the.
And the curb has somebody.
A crack, some crack, can you
I have a
imagine?
ton
the-
of streets that are.
Right,
know.
can you imagine,
They
sometimes you
just
got
don't-
these big old potholes in the street,
This is,
but there's a little
really
crack in the street, oh my goodness.
debris and overgrown vegetation.
Debris, oh my goodness, I was gonna take Sharon on a tour of some real debris in the 18th Ward.
No, thank you. I drive through the
You got
18th
enough,
ward.
don't you?
I drive through it to get to the first. No, thank you.
Okay, so you've seen enough eyesores.
Now, Kings Highway just pains me when I drive through the 18th Ward part of it.
I'm gonna call it
From
more
Del
pain.
Mar to Martin Luther King, I'm gonna, this summer, we're gonna do something about that.
And go do something, we gonna do some real go on Facebook and show some real stuff and give it
So
to
we
the
can
mayor
show
and
them,
everybody
right.
else. And tell them what some real debris is. And I've been complaining about it, you know that for Sharon for
I
all
know.
my life.
But after this, we're gonna send a letter to the owners up and down there. That's what we can
Thank
do.
you, I'm gonna work with
Okay.
you, but it's been a lifetime journey for me, so.
Okay.
This looks.
I don't, I mean,
think it-
that's so really hard. This blight just really, it inspires me to hurry up and get this thing taken down. Cause how can the people in the Central West End live with that awful blight?
Yes, oh, haven't they suffered enough?
Oh my goodness, I think so.
They only get billions in aid in tax breaks, they just suffer.
They would've done
And I
better.
got part of it too, so I don't wanna see my constituents suffer.
They should have not attached those pictures. They've done better
So it's just,
to leave that out, okay?
but, I know people gonna attack me for supporting the Central West End, but I got part of it too, so I have to take constructive
We're not supporting,
criticism.
our job is to go through and see if they have what they're supposed to. If we were gonna oppose it, it'd be on the floor, or if we were at the HUD's committee, but this is not our job here, so as
Okay,
long as it has what it needs,
And
right.
it looks good to me.
right. That was one, okay, right. So, Board Bill 168, introduced by Alderwoman Heather Navarro and Alderwoman Shameen Clark-Hubbard. The committee has gone through it, and if we don't have any problems, I'd entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill 168 with a due pass recommendation for engrossment.
Make a motion to pass out board bill number 168 with the due pass for engrossment.
Second.
Oh, he's back.
See that, you wouldn't even let me get a little practice in. See what to do,
Come on,
people.
finish your stuff, previous
Previous
roll.
roll, previous roll. See
Okay.
what to do, see what the kindergarten
Wait a minute, wait, let me finish, okay? We're having too much fun in here. Okay, there's been a motion to pass out Board Bill 168, it's been a second, call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none, Board Bill 168 is passed out with a due pass recommendation. And you got who the second was Arnold, which came back in here and saved the day.
That was perfect timing.
But you missed all the really hard parts in here. Let me show you what blight looks like in the Central West End. This is tall vegetation.
It's not even 6
I'm in
inches.
trouble at my house.
Even your house is taller than that. Don't,
Oh my God, those people are really suffering.
they suffer, boy, they suffer.
Okay, and now we're going to Board Bill 169, which is also a board bill introduced by Alderwoman Navarro and Clark-Hubbard, and it's a companion bill. And I think it's also the second part of the TIF, the Forest Park Transient Oriented Redevelopment. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay. C, A. Here's H. Okay, between you and Megan, I'm not gonna get sick, okay? I hope that's just
Who, me?
allergies, yep,
Oh, mine just,
okay. Jess and I are gonna go in there and use all the, hand sanitizer we can.
Sure,
I use it too. Mine, I don't know what mine, I think mine just think
Okay,
about it every
exhibit
day.
B, I seen that one. Let's see.
A, B, C. Look there, Jess, they're all harder than that. D.
If you see C, let me know, I see.
Yeah, I found F, but I did not find anything between B and F.
Me, and right,
Looking for exhibits?
yes, mentioned in the bill itself.
Oh, okay, okay.
We know that they're
Yeah,
attached.
I thought I seen it, wait a minute, let me look back at it.
Yeah, that's on page 33. I don't see C, D, E, I found H.
Interesting. Are we missing a page? Page 6.
And maybe they're not in here because, so C is a form of certificate of commencement of construction. So they would not complete this until this has been done and construction has began.
Started.
Right, so I can see where that would not be.
I have 2 bills. Oh, that's right, I should do. Oh, I have to go to the,
Good.
hood.
Okay, do you mind if we continue with previous roll?
No, I sure don't.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Excuse me.
Okay, and then I could see where, so C and D probably would not be,
Until construction starts.
and then the other one is a reimbursement, so they're forms, they just showed us what their
Right.
forms look like, so they don't have to be, and that, we might go back and look if that's what's going on with Alderwoman Hubbard's. E is certificate of substantial completion, so that would not be in it until they've done it, okay, so maybe, so I don't think we need C, D, E. G, and maybe the same thing with the list. So they will be providing, once they get started, the list of people that perform, so we don't need G. We got H incorporated. So there's actually some forms that we don't have to be incorporated, so we might need to go back and look at,
Tamika's.
right. Yes, sir.
These were both drafted by the same firm, I just wanted to let you know that, so there's probably similarities.
Right, that's what I'm saying, I wanna go back now.
Understood, I just wanted to.
Thank you. Okay. All right, so I don't think we need C, D, E. We got the the exhibits. I don't think they have to be incorporated into the, actual board bill because they're just showing us what they will use to get things completed. Is that all right with you, Alderwoman Green?
Yep.
Okay, all right, we learned some things. Board, if the committee's had time to go over, I would entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill 169, with the do pass recommendation.
I make a motion to pass out Board Bill 169 with a do pass recommendation.
Second, previous row.
We have a motion to pass out Board Bill 169 with a do pass recommendation for engrossment. We have a second. We have a call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none. Board Bill 169 is passed out with a do pass recommendation. We're gonna finish and then we'll go back to look at.
I have to leave at noon.
Okay.
Gotta be done by noon.
All right. Well, Jesse will still come back here, so we'll still be rolling along. Okay, let's see, Board Bill 170. It's also a board bill, oh, we just love tips. A board bill, introduced by Alderwoman Heather Navarro and Alderwoman, Shameen Clark of the 28th and the 26th Ward. The purpose of this bill is to authorize and approve tax increment financing for the Forest Park Transit Oriental Development Redevelopment Project. Okay. Here's Exhibit B. I see B, I see Exhibit C. Okay, did you see where Exhibit A was in here? Oh, it's on the front page,
Yes.
okay. That's, I missed it, okay. So Exhibit A. Thank you.
A, B,
C. Okay, the fiscal note. Okay, so does the bill require the construction of any new physical facility? Okay, that's a no, okay, no. Okay, if the committee has had enough time to go through Board Bill 170, I entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill 170 with the due pass recommendation for engrossment.
I make a motion to pass out Board Bill 170 with the due pass for engrossment.
Second, previous row.
We have a motion to pass out Board Bill 170. We have a second. There's a call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none, Board Bill 170 is passed out with the due pass recommendation. Okay, let's see what we can go back and see.
Wait a minute, these are yours, these are
Yes,
mine.
don't put your hands on. Okay, we can go back.
We're gonna go back to
Look at,
57.
let's see, we didn't get Guenther.
Oh, yeah, 155.
We got 1, we got 2, 3. We didn't get 4 was held. 5 was held. We got 6, 7. We held 8, 9, and 10. Let's go look at 9 and 10 since we held those, and maybe we might be able to take them back out of here.
Tamika's?
Yes.
Okay.
Doing 7 first?
57. Yes, 57. What is going on?
See Charlie coming downtown.
Okay, can we turn around? Cause I won't be able to get any business when you said that. Okay, let's see what we held this thing for. Okay, so some things were not in there. Let's see if we need them or not. Forms. Let's see, F is the Equal Opportunity and Non-Discrimination Guidelines. Let's see what that is. Oh, no, we can't do. So in here in F for Tamika's thing, it says Exhibit F, Equal Opportunity and Non-Discrimination Guidelines. And then it says SLDC to provide current language. Zachary, can you explain that? This is I know you didn't do it,
No.
but are you guys working with them to put some language in a bill? Do you
We
know?
probably, if I
Wait a minute. You don't know anything about it?
Oh, usually it's boilerplate, we all have the same language in all TIF and tax abatement.
So why wouldn't it be in here is my question.
I do not know.
Can you send us over boilerplate? If you can't,
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
can you, Mr. Sweeney?
Sure.
Okay, is there a reason why?
I would like to see 168F, cause they should be each other, they're both TIF bills.
Okay,
I don't know, I'd like to see what it says in that one,
Sure.
if I may.
not a problem. We'll get it out. You mean 158?
No, I mean 168, so the other TIF bill.
Oh, okay, not the, okay.
No,
let's
no,
see.
they kind of
68. They're supposed to be the same thing?
They're
59,
both
60.
similar.
Oh,
They're
the
both-
Navarro, okay, let's see.
Yeah.
And this should have the same language?
I don't know the answer to that, I was just,
Okay,
May.
let's see, 169. Tell them, when you go back, tell them you need some more
Oh,
money.
I'll-
Tell them that I gave you such a hard time, you need
I
more
will,
money.
I will tell them many things, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, let's see what we have in here. Well, I still just love, I mean, this must be so hard on the people in the Central West End. Can you just hardly even stand to look at that blight?
We'll talk about TIF.
I mean, I wish they wouldn't have put this in. They give me so much ammunition. You know I'm gonna be on the floor with this, okay? I want people to know what blight looks like. I had this entire definition that's wrong now, I know. Okay, I'm trying to see where this is.
Sure.
I'm sorry, yes, we can exhibit.
We're looking.
No problem. Residential analysis. Where's your list so I can see here?
And they might not mirror each other, I was just thinking they may, I could
They
be.
should, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Zach, unless they were numbered differently as far, I'm just kind of.
I understand, I'm just looking forward to see if I don't recall seeing that. Okay,
I think, looks like 158 might be the same as 168, so I'm looking at,
let's see,
we have one.
legal description appendices, develop this as the evidence.
Go to 170, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought they were introduced the same path, but they were not. I can go look at 170, I'm happy to.
No, we have it here. I don't mind if we can get it resolved. I'm not trying to
Wait,
hold.
I will say the developer is willing to follow whatever the current MB.
It's just nothing.
Yes, I understand that. It shouldn't.
Right.
I'm very comfortable in inserting that, and we
Okay,
have no
let's see
objection.
here. So 170, you said it could be
Yes, and they're,
something in here. Let's see, did we pass 170?
We did.
Yes. There's a list someplace in here usually that we go to. Of course. Exhibit B. Form of note. Sign. I'm still starting from the back. Let's start from the front, see if we can find TIF, pilots, authorization of TIF notes. Not in here. Remedies. They don't have a list in here. Description of the force, this is exhibit A. TIF notice, exhibit B. Assignment, certificate of form of letter of representation.
No, there is no, so we will put it forward with them and we'll get that taken care of.
Okay, so let me ask you a question though. Since 157, 58, and 59 are companions, wouldn't it be in any of the other ones? Cause we passed, let me see,
Past 159.
yes, so maybe it's in 159.
Regardless, even if you have, we will still insert that to make sure that it reads
It's there.
what SLEC and what the law is. We will get that done.
But I wanna see if it's here, cause this one. I don't see it in here at all. Let's see. I think because it's in one of the bills, maybe they're companions, they didn't put it in everything. Okay,
But we'll get it there, sure. Madam Chairwoman.
okay, let's see, was that the only thing that was missing on this?
What's the exhibit?
That's 150,
No,
157,
the exhibit, which one?
F.
F was missing.
And
Was there anything else that we said that was missing besides that?
You were just saying you wanted them to
And
start
then was what? There was
naming
something
the
on
different
158?
sections.
Yeah, but we're gonna just do 157. I was saying what? I'm
You
sorry.
wanted them to list exactly where you define the different sections.
Right, you know, so if they just put a section and then put a page, we could go to it, it's either there or not. Okay, so this is boilerplate language, so gentlemen, I'm going to trust you that it will be over here, how long will it be over here today?
Yeah.
Okay, cause if it's not over here today, it won't get signed by me Friday.
I understand.
who do we send it
The clerk,
to? Clerk Kennedy?
Uh-huh.
Or do you, Lisa, or both, or
No,
Rita?
send it to Sharita and Kennedy.
All
right,
It'll be
Okay.
sent before I leave the building.
okay, accepting their words, we're gonna do I'll accept a motion that Board Bill 157, introduced by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard, be passed out with a do pass recommendation for engrossment, pending that we get today the boilerplate language for Exhibit F.
I make a motion that we pass out board bill number 157 for engrossment with the updates that we just talked about.
Second, previous row.
I have a motion, a second, and a call for previous roll. Any objection? Hearing none, Board Bill 157 is passed out. with the do pass recommendation pending that, the boilerplate language is sent over and included in the board bill. Now, let's see, what's the next one we had? 158, and what was the problem here? Did you write down what was the problem?
I wasn't there.
Okay.
For 58. I think it was also, there were exhibits that
That were
were
missing?
not
Right.
mentioned.
Okay.
Wasn't that the issue that you figured out on the other one as well?
That's what we're
Yeah,
going back to
I
it.
think so.
Okay,
So it
that's
might
why
be
we came
okay.
back and looked. You can tell them that we're really impressed by this paper, but
I'm not- I agree with you, I came from Moline, Illinois, I know a hardworking middle class.
that Decatur, Illinois, that's right, you know, that's not, you don't waste money like
I
this.
appreciate that. Not Decatur, but similar.
The same difference.
Same, yeah, John Deere, Alcoa,
Right, I mean,
Caterpillar.
and yes. What did we- But I'm just saying, they don't have to impress me with this, they can just get cheap paper. I really am looking forward to the time that they give us all of this online, so we don't have to do this.
Oh, no, the other ones went through. The ones that I wish they would, I said, but that's not, I'm not involved.
So we got A and B. There's not even a list of what else is in here in this one. Okay, this is B. Okay, so this is a form. So letter C, exhibit C is just a form. Let's see. But this one I still have questions about, so maybe you can help me, Mr. Sweeney? Okay, so this is a form letter of representation. So when do the approved investors come into being? Okay, the undersigned is an approved investor and has reviewed the note ordinance. I'm not quite sure.
Typically, that would be with the comptroller as well, attention to, so. You wanna know who the improved investor is?
Is it, do we already know who it is?
It should, not currently, I
I
don't
was gonna
believe,
say,
no,
when do,
no.
that's what I'm saying.
I see what you're
When-
saying.
When, that's because, that's what I make my decision about, if we need it, or if this is good enough. If we don't, when do we have an approved investor? Is that after we get this all
Upon
passed?
passage, yes.
Okay, so
Once
we
there's
wouldn't know,
a-
okay.
Correct,
So then all we have is this right now.
Exactly.
That's why I'm trying to
Yes.
figure out.
yes, you're correct.
I tell you, Professor Greenfield, you actually did make me understand this stuff with a little help, okay? Then I think that we can do without, the only thing I would say, if you're talking to them, I like when there's a list of there's no list in here of what's in here.
Not only will I talk to them, I will forward them this video, so there will be no message, nothing will be lost in translation, Madam Chairwoman, so I
Okay.
appreciate the video.
You know, so if you have it.
Understood.
Right.
Yeah, I.
Right, and then even with the list, if you say page whatever, then we can go to this, it slows it really down, I mean, it speeds it up really fast.
I agree.
So we know you either have it, and it also is a little checklist for who's ever putting this together, to make sure everything
I
is
think it's a
there.
great idea.
Okay.
What we need for this one?
No, we don't, because
Nothing?
it's, we don't, it's
Okay.
a form, and it doesn't get done until after we pass
Okay.
this, and
Lisa's not
so.
helping me very much, Lisa.
That's right, Lisa, you doing
Right.
your job,
Yeah.
that's right, don't you listen to that person over there, he's a lobbyist, you work for the board, okay?
All
He,
good things.
he
Yeah.
used to work, but he doesn't
Right.
anymore, so
Fair
you
enough.
just keep your eye on the prize. Okay.
Understood.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, okay? Okay, we got that cleared, so if I'd entertain a motion that Board Bill 158, introduced by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard, be passed out with a due pass recommendation for engrossment.
I make a motion that we pass out board bill number 158 with a due pass recommendation for engrossment.
Second, previous roll.
There's been a motion, a second. There's a call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none, Board Bill 158 is passed out with a due pass recommendation. So that leaves us with, I don't know if we can.
Thank you all.
We got 150, which I didn't get a reply from the assessor. We have 155, Alderman
Guenther.
Guenther, and we have 146.
Alderwoman, on
Mhm.
155, you said you needed scorecards, is that correct, the fiscal notes?
It wasn't
fiscal note-
completed.
Yeah, it just wasn't filled out.
Okay.
Oh.
Let me show you here. I'll just say, so they started it and then they just stopped.
Okay, alright,
And do you think you can get this done for us?
yeah, I'll do it when I get back.
You get it to me
Then I'll
by,
include this on
Okay.
the second page.
I think this might be in here.
I think that
It
is,
isn't?
Is it? I thought I
maybe
saw.
not,
Okay.
no.
No,
it's
maybe it
not.
was another one. You know, when you
Okay.
do 14 bills
Oh, I
after a
know,
while,
I'm
you're
saying.
like,
Yeah, that's not there either.
No, that's not either, so,
Okay.
okay, so you're telling me if I pass this out for you, you will have this done?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm really doing it for Alderman Guenther, okay?
I understand.
But I like you too, okay?
Thank you, Alderman.
Okay, so we're gonna go back for Board Bill 155, and I'd entertain a motion for, to pass out Board Bill 155, sponsored by Alderman Guenther with a due pass recommendation, contingent on the fact Mr. Jamie Wilson is going to get
Zach
us.
Wilson.
Ooh, Jamie Wilson, oh,
Well-
oh my God, that's somebody else I know. Sorry, Zach.
You're fine.
Okay, Zach Wilson, is gonna get, us the completion of section B of, the fiscal note, and what else are you getting us?
Scorecard.
A scorecard, and we will have that today or tomorrow, right? Today. Okay, so based on those promises,
A motion that we pass out board bill number 155 with a due pass recommendation for engrossment with those additions.
Second, previous roll.
have a motion and we have a call for second. We have a motion and a second and a call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none, Board Bill 155 is passed out. Okay, so that leaves 150 and then 146, which we're missing a portion of. I don't think, Christina, I talked to hers, it's not a emergency. I don't believe the Alderwoman from the 28th is emergency, but I will call both of them. Well, I already talked to Christina, Alderwoman Ingrassia, so I'll call Alderwoman Navarro and tell her what we're missing and see if we can work on it, and we'll just have to do it next time. We got 12 or 14 bills. That was pretty good. Let's see.
It actually was a good day. Done by
Right.
one party.
Okay, thank you. And
That guy got taste screen, very helpful.
resolution for review, none, committee discussion. Any announcements, questions? I move that we adjourn. Second.
Second.
I'll second it,
I was
okay?
waiting- I
We're
was waiting for
adjourned.
Megan to say it.
I'll do the move. Thank you, guys, you did really good, I appreciate it.